Hello. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday. It's been raining a lot today, which has been quite nice. So hopefully that means that the heat is not going to kill me today. So a couple of things to note. Firstly, if you haven't seen it already, there is a new video out on Skellyben of Resident Evil 3. I didn't expect it to be as quick to turn around as it was, because I pretty much worked on it for a single day and then had it done by 2 in the morning. Probably not my smartest move, editing at 2 in the morning, but I think it was a fun video. Glad to have it out there. I think next I may work on Last Hero of Nostalgaia, but that's probably going to be a bit longer to do because there's more parts to it, but in the meantime, we got new video games to play. We're starting a new game today. Starting Metal Gear Solid, The Twin Snakes, which, if anybody doesn't know, is a remake of the PS1 title for the GameCube, and it has kind of underwhelming voice delivery. They redid all the voice lines, all the same actors as far as I can tell, but the delivery is a bit meh for certain characters. There's one point, we probably won't get to it today, we'll probably get to it later in the week, which I'll bring up, but the comparison between the original to this one is quite shocking, to say the least. Now, if you'll just excuse me, I need to boot up my totally legitimate software. Although this is a legitimate disc, I did extract my GameCube disc. Just gotta say it for the record so Nintendo don't come and kill me. I think I've got my config loaded for this. It should work. Okay, that has loaded. Cool beans. So yeah, surprisingly, there is a HD mod for Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. Not entirely sure why. I'm surprised someone went out of their way to do this, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Now we can see all the beautiful GameCube graphics in HD. Like that submarine. Oh boy. Look at that. Look at that repeated texture. It's been a long time since I've actually watched this cutscene. I normally skip it.
Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces being led by members of Foxhound. They are demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Why is his face so reflective? Why is Roy Campbell's face covered in Vaseline?
You will have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the
good skincare, yeah.
We'll approach the disposal
Well, hey,
facility
James.
by
Hope you're doing
sunrise.
well.
And then
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
God, look at again. Look at his face. It's just why is Roy Campbell made of Vaseline? His face is not that detailed in Metal Gear Solid 2. I refuse to believe it is.
After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of.
so they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
My God.
And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
You know, someone's gonna see this and make a joke about recent events. I'm not gonna make it because one of the people in that was unfortunate. The rest of them were rich people, so I couldn't give a shit. But yeah, the similarities are uncanny.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Reminder, this is in Alaska. I'm gonna be honest, as much as I like this, I should say for the record, I really like this remake. It has its flaws, but the biggest insult from this remake is how you go from the Metal Gear Solid PlayStation 1 menu to this. The original menu is beyond iconic. This is so dull in comparison. It's so boring. I don't think this game has VR either. You know what? I've always played this game on normal. I'm gonna set things up today, and I am gonna fucking regret it most likely. I need to prove to the world that I'm a gamer. I don't even know what the difference in difficulty makes. I don't know if AI is more smart or if it's just enemies deal more damage. You do a flip.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
I'm going to get into this hind now. And Kojima is probably some obscure stuff like one guard will be added in the corner, just execution delete your save. Yeah, probably. Although, I don't know how much involvement Kojima had with this game compared to the... Obviously, he was heavily involved in the original. I don't know how much he was involved in this remake. Because it's made by a third party. Did it crash? No, never mind.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the pause button and then the A button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep.
Press the action
When you
button.
hear that noise, press the pause button and then the A button to receive the call. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear.
I feel like the
Got it.
codecs
Okay,
interface are
I'm
modded
ready to
in the
go.
original. I think that's part of the mod. I am using a 4K texture pack, so that codec might be affected by that. I can't remember if that's how it works. I think it might be. Although it might not be, because this is using Metal Gear Solid 2 as a core. I've got to remember the controls. So A, I think, is shoot. B is that. Oh! Did he... What did he hear? No! No, come back! Ow, fuck. No. No. Oh shit. Oh my god, knockout, man! Thank God for that. No, I want to go to the next door. Oh shit, the M9's not here. Fuck. Oh no. I'm used to the M9 being here. I don't know what to do. Whoop.
Is there somebody there?
Ooh.
Attack! Stay alert!
Ooh.
Who's that? It's the enemy. I need help.
Oh no, oh no. Ow. No, please. Please, I'm sorry. Oh my god, they can shoot me underwater. Fuck, ow. Stop it. Oh. Stop shooting at me, ow. This has gone terribly already. Feet. What? No!
Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Oh god, oh god! No one knows I'm here. Oh shit. Oh my god, stop please! I've never been down here this long. I should mention that, by the way. I've never been stuck down here for this long. This is a first. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you dare look under here. No, 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 no! Fuck! Oh, I'm so fucked. Ow. I might actually die. I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to leave. I played this yesterday and tested it and got up to Revolver Ocelot. I had no issues. How is changing the difficulty being such a problem? Try this again. Oh, why are you one at the top there? Fuck off. No! No! Ooh, fuck.
Something over there.
No, please. 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 Let me leave. Oh, thank God. What the fuck? Why was that so difficult? Speed myself to a rough start. Yeah, I could normally beat this in like 2 streams. I think this might be longer than 2 streams, guys. This was a mistake. Wow, 20 minutes in and we finally get the titles. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. Oh yeah, I love Metal Gear Solid. It's one of my favourite games from my childhood. Oh. Join me as I proceed to fuck up at every fucking corner. Like Metal Gear Solid 3 all over again. The amount of times I cocked up in that playthrough. Holy moly, it was bad.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
I don't know about that, Colonel. I really don't know about that.
It's designed to prevent
I
hypothermia.
think the last 20 minutes would disagree with that one.
Take it easy. I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the Genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
A Hind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea.
A
But it looks like
helicopter.
our little diversion got their attention.
Imagine if the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake had cutscenes as stupid as this game. I think that would be amazing to see, to be honest.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, he must be crazy to fly Hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you two yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself.
I can't remember if this is the same voice actress.
I just didn't expect a world-class
You
design
spent
for
6 hours in the
military
first room, Snake.
technology.
You gotta hurry it up.
Cute.
The White House is getting ready to give in to their demands.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
What's this? I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake? But I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be so frank.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
It does, doesn't it? Well, let's get to know each other better. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake.
Cool, I know how this works.
Snake
I know the last 20 minutes may have said otherwise there, but I do know the core basic of this game.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake. We're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to save your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I think it's the same
I
VA.
remember.
I think they all are the
First I
same voice
searched by
actors,
Dr. Naomi here.
but they got them to
Now my weapons
redo
are
all their
taken
lines,
away.
because I think
Imagine
the
yourself
originals
in that
might have
position.
been lost.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
Oh, did you get that, guys? That's a bit of a clever game explaining thing. I
If
don't
you
know the
wanna get
term.
in,
I'm not that
there's
kind
the
of
front
content
door.
creator. I don't know the terms
It's
for
the
these things.
fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
Yeah, I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
Imagine if we
about the
did,
air
though.
duct near the door?
Knock, knock. Let me in.
One sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56
David Hayter
and
took
pineapples.
less money for
There should also
voicing
be a duct
snakes
on
or
the
some of the
second
OG voice
floor.
actors to return.
I can't see
That's
it from
good.
here.
I imagine the
I'll
budget
let
for
you
this game
decide the
wasn't
best
high.
COA. I'm counting on
Because
your
it was a
snake.
GameCube exclusive and it was done third party. I don't think there was like a lot of budget behind this game. For what it is fun. Oh, I've got to think about this now. Now that I don't have my M9, I can't just take those two lights out.
A surveillance
No,
camera.
no, do. Oh god. What's that? Whoa, I forgot about the noise.
Who is that?
Take it down. Don't you dare! Don't you fucking you piece of shit! No, throw another one in. Ow!
Jammed Carl says here we have a sneaking legend Solid Snake, ladies and gentlemen, had to double take on what a camera is.
A surveillance camera. Ratties!
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, What are you doing here?
I quit being a boot camp instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots
They
about
played us
survival
like
in
a
harsh
damn
environment.
fiddle.
I've lived in Alaska longer than you. So call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80. Those mice are Alaskan field mice. Don't worry, they can't hurt you. Wild field mice don't have a thick layer of fat, but they can still survive the bitter winters here without hibernating. They dig tunnels under the snow, and that's where they stay warm.
Survival specialists, huh? I should learn from them.
But there's a dark side too. Sometimes the males will kill and eat offspring that are not their own.
To ensure the survival of their own genes, right?
What does this have to do with the game, guys?
Huh? If there are mice, that means
Ah,
there
yes.
must be an
The
exit
rats
somewhere.
might point you in the
Follow
right
the
direction of
mice.
where to go. Also, did you know they kill someone's child who's not their own? They kill the child of other families. Such as war. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh. Maybe I should have taken the route up top. I shouldn't have my cigarettes out. That's gonna kill me as well. Fuck's sake. Ratty. Look at the rats. Look at them. Look how beautiful they are. Hi. I'm thinking of the original Metal Gear Solid 1 control scheme. I just clicked X to try and get up. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Why did I do that? Oh my god. Oh, hello, Mr. Shield Man. Oh, hello. I could shoot you in the head right now. Oh no! Shit.
What happened?
Why did I think it was a good idea to choose hard mode? Why? Why did no one try to stop me? Has no one learned anything from the last few games I've played?
You mad?
Yes. Oh, you and your fucking...
Enemy sighted.
Oh no.
It's the enemy.
Told you played this game quite a lot. Hey, Titty Milk guy, and your neighbour's no more Ben. It's gone. Oh no. I'm now Mr. Titty Milk.
We have a man down. Increase to maximum security. Send a replacement guard for the area.
I'm gonna hide down here and hope for the best. Hi. Hello. I'm fine, I've made it. I've gone to the wrong floor. There might be stuff down here though, so... Damn it. I don't know where the trank gun is on hard difficulty. I don't know how many of the items are actually replaced or moved around in this one. I know how to climb a ladder. I know how to climb a ladder. Please leave me alone. Could be through here. A 2D chair. My God. It's a chair. Sneaky biggy. Okay, we've had a couple of minutes and nothing's gone wrong. We might be fine now. It might have just been the initial hurdle. We might be okay. Buttocks.
A woman.
What is it with Metal Gear Solid 2? It's 2 and Twin Snakes both have this really weird motion blur filter to them. It just looks kind of jank. Motion blur equals cinematic, that is true. You know, motion blur, that real life effect.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent in here to save your worthless butt.
It's the Grim Reaper!
It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
They have a nuke? No. Unbelievable. I refuse to believe.
Impossible.
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for the keeping of dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
That's the official story.
Why?
We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A truly historical weapon.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear? It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most...
They should have made this
projects.
bit use the PS1
How did you know
graphics.
that?
That would have been cool.
We've had
A nice
couple
little
of
throwback,
run-ins
you
in the
know.
past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard that the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between Armstech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data, and then proceed to mass production.
Okay, Windows Explorer just tabbed me out for a second.
If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
My
Metal
mic is being
Gear
overly
Rex.
sensitive today,
The
I don't
code
know
name for
why.
the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping
So I'm
nuclear
just gonna
weapons.
tweak my mic a little bit.
Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL. Yes, of course. There is
How
a
does my
PAL.
mic sound now?
It's set up so that you need
Is it
to
still
input
picking
two
up random
different
noises, or is it
passwords in
fine?
order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker, the president
Sounds
of
fine.
Armstech?
Cool.
That's
Thank you.
right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
My
The
god.
members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This man should use NordVPN.
It's just before they get into
Nordman would have saved the
If they find
day.
out Baker's password.
Yes. They'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But There is a way to stop.
I would love to see Internet Historian make a Nordman sponsorship video, which is just Metal Gear Solid, but just Nordman does everything.
Card keys.
So it'd be over in like 5 minutes.
The system developers.
Torture me? You can't torture me because I have Nord Life real-time protection.
And if I do that,
You can't see the data in my mind.
Can stop the launch.
That card key.
so where are the card keys?
They
Key of the
should have.
card.
Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement.
I heard the guards say they moved him into an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color?
Wow. How useful.
Here, take this.
Jammed Carl
It's my
says
ID
Snake.
card.
I can read
It'll
your
open any
mind.
level 1
I know
security
your
door.
password, your history, what games you play.
It's called
If
a
only you
hand
knew.
card.
If you
It
use
works together
today's
with your
sponsor
body's own
Foxhound,
electrical field.
that will keep your history
Sorry,
safe.
what? Foxhound?
Use code the day ESC for a
It transmits
30%
data
off.
using the salts in your body as a transmission medium.
Fox D.
As you approach the
Fox
door's
D,
security
no.
devices, they'll read the data
Fox
stored in
D
the card.
bitches.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So, does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Oh no, I didn't choose NordVPN!
Huh? What's that? Hey, what happened?
God, this motion blur is ridiculous. Nord.
Dead.
Did you think he'd be alive after that, Snake? What made you think that? Oh, I better. Guess I better call the colonel.
Naomi, the chief, what happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not, Snake. You've got to
In
understand.
the original,
This
the colonel there's like
is
a heart
security
attack.
level red. You'll
No.
need the highest security clearance to
You
learn
see
the
this a
rules.
lot. A lot of the voice direction in this doesn't seem to make as much sense,
But you don't have complete access to the file.
and it's kind of
Told
weird.
you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Guess I better, can I pick up his corpse? There's a ration under her, I think. Yes! Hang on, is the DARPA chief actually dead? Let me check. Yeah, he's dead. If I can get this angle right, you can see. Oh, I want to see Meryl. Oh, guess I'll go fuck myself. I'm trying to see a dead guy on the floor. Yeah, he had a heart attack. He had a heart attack and nothing else.
Don't move.
Imagine if this hasty mod decided to get rid of that sensor and just showed a buttocks. This stream would have been dead in seconds.
Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move.
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking.
So stupid.
Shoot me, rookie.
Careful.
So stupid.
Rookie.
Liar. Your eyes wander. There's no confidence in them. The eyes of a rookie. You've never shot a person, have you?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie.
You're not one of them.
Then take the safety off.
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of
Looks
here.
like we'll be a little delayed. What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot!
What are you waiting for? Shoot! Now stop shooting me! There's more people here than me! What the hell, Oliver?
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Right, you're on your own, Meryl. Oh shit! Oh, a book. Oh, I do like a book. Go away. Come around that corner, I dare you. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, nice grenade. Oh, thank you, detective, for the follow up. Stop it. That made me cry when I was trying to be a pacifist. I think if you have the M9, you'll be fine, but because I'm playing on hard, I don't have the M9, so I've got to kill everyone. Everyone must suffer and die. Or you could just keep throwing stun grenades, I think, if you have those. I think that was a tactic in the original, just throwing stun grenades constantly. Just sleep. Yeah, they're just sleeping. Don't worry about the red paint, it's all fine. We were painting a cupboard beforehand. Don't worry about it, it's all good. Oh no, my GameCube stopped working.
You fool! You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Plug in your PS2, then yeah, that's how you beat Psycho Mantis. You plug in the PlayStation 2 into your GameCube.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
I think MGS on the GameCube with a SNES controller as well. Oh god, that's gonna be painful. I remember when each game was like a mantis read your browser history. Ah, I see you're on Fur Affinity. I see you like E261. If it was a modern day one, it'd just be, I see you like Luna. Actually, it's 621. Wait, how do I know? Hey, no, I'm not judging. I ain't a furry. I know the website, but I'm not a furry. Whoa, it was Meryl. Ben is a ferret. No, I'm a skeleton. I'm just thinking of fucking. I'm just thinking of the incognito. What's his name? It's a historian. Just. I couldn't read your mind because of NordVPN.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake.
I see you follow Elon, Snake.
So what was
I expected better from
Must
you.
have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So.
Oh, you know what I could do is just be really sad if I make this into a video going, I see you're not subscribed to Skeleban. Let me change that for you. Oh, I'm still bleeding. I've just been bleeding this entire time. Everything down here? Do you have a book? Whoa, look at those graphics! Whoa, look at those graphics! Can't wait to get my hands on that video game. Was it The Legend of Zelda is pretty rad? That Ganon dude is kind of bad. Over the same route, I don't like it. It's great minds think alike. That's what you gotta. That's the way you gotta look at it. Oh, thank you, Detective Coles, for the tier 1 sub. Much appreciated. The Quarantine fellow Brit list. Oh, thanks, man. I get access to all the cool emotes, like clown. Which, if you watch me for long enough, you will see, probably end up using a lot. Damn it. Oh! I forgot about those. Where to get the Billy Man device and that clown emote. You were the first person to make that connection. I'm quite proud. When I sent off, yes, the reference for commissions, I sent the person, the Grim Reaper as the clown, and that's what they came back with. It's a game called Ghostbusters. Yeah, I did see the trailer for that. I'm kind of interested. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for it. think my life should be a bit easier now that I have this. Until I don't get enough ammo. The wall here. A bit there, I think, isn't there? Oh, Billy Mandy was great. There's a chance that might be coming back, actually, which I'm kind of interested in, but at the same time, I feel like how modern TV, like cartoons are, I don't know if it'd be as good. I'm not trying to be like, oh, kids these days. It's just more, I feel like the way cartoons are made and targeted is going to be a bit different. Bit of MGS trivia. Do you know what the enemy soldiers against originally used for mass? I actually don't, to be honest.
Am I too late?
Since I'm being blocked. That's actually quite clever. Yeah, especially for the PS1. That makes a lot of sense, actually, because you could just make a rectangle and call it a FAMAS.
He's alive.
Although, to be fair, that ended up being one of my favourite assault rifles in games, so seeing something in, like, Payday 2, for example, having a full auto FAMAS compared to, like, Call of Duty where it's always burst fire, I'm quite happy.
No! Don't touch it!
Man, I wonder what happens if I walk into all of these.
C4.
Really, Snake? Imagine if him jumping backwards just kicked one of those wires.
Right. Touch that wire and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So
How many games with the M1911 Iron Breath compared to the Glock? Yeah, the Glock is like the most logical choice for games with blocky textures or blocky models.
Operations Foxhound. Revolver.
Has anybody ever seen the Egoraptor parody where they're talking about their code names and Ocelot's just constantly playing with his gun? I think Liquid goes, "My God, man, stop playing with your gun!" And then he just shoots himself.
I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake. Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend.
Draw.
This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt Single Action Army. 6 bullets. More than enough to kill anything that moves.
It's been a while since I've played this game, so I feel like I'm going to struggle with this boss fight. Even though it's a really simple boss fight.
Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver.
Baker's just in the middle like, please kill me! Why are they fighting? I want to go home!
Draw!
The wrong button.
Hiding.
Ah!
All right, I'm alive again. Better
Wow. I didn't expect to do that first try.
You're pretty good. Just what I'd expect from the man with the same code.
Imagine this thing just sort of get you're pretty.
Since I had such a good fight, but I'm just getting.
Revolver Frost's noise is just when you kick you stub your toe or something in the morning on your desk. My hand!
What? My hand!
I might have to make that a hidden follow alert. Well, Baker's dead.
Stealth camouflage.
One of the coolest characters to date. You can't beat Grey Fox.
Can't you even die right? You were lucky. We'll meet again.
It's like a Time Splitters character. Ah, I fucking love Time Splitters. Future Perfect, one of my favourite single players. Time Splitters 2 has some of the best music. I can't wait for, what's it called? Time Splitters 4, because that's coming, but also Rewind. I really hope Rewind's good. It looks promising with how much work's been done on it.
Skeleton.
I can't tell if the game is slowing down the emulation or if it's the cutscene being cinematic. At this point I'm struggling to tell. Kojima Vision, yeah, Kojima's like 15 frames a second. Stupid. Just a little tap on his neck. Go on, Grey Fox. Just a little tap on his neck and that'll kill him. Flesh versus metal. I think you would win in that fight, Fox.
Who the hell? Can you talk?
Who are you?
I'm not one of them. The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation code. What about yours?
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
Oh, I can zoom in.
Answer my question. What about your code? There's no time.
I talked.
What? Now the terrorists have both codes and can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight. I managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't read you? How'd you do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
Surgical implants?
Kinda like psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
One do first person.
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
Are you sure you heard him right?
Anyway, how did they get your code?
I never had any
For the
training
glutes.
on how to resist torture.
It looks like he had some fun with you, all right.
He's not human. I tell you, he loved every second of it.
What
Back when I was a kid, in the original Metal Gear Solid, I just thought this guy had no arms.
Looks like you're more than even now. His was sliced off.
I don't know why. I just looked at his model and was like, he has no arms. And then when he started hitting him with the can, I was like, he still has no arms.
DARPA Chief, is he okay?
Dead.
What? It can't be. No, that's not what you promised, Jim. Now you want to shut me up.
Calm down. What's wrong with you? I just told you I was here to save you. I didn't kill the DARPA chief. He had a heart attack or something.
A heart attack? Oh, don't be a fool.
Anyway, the terrorists have both codes now.
Why aren't you telling us, Bigger?
Oh, those boys are totally insane. They wouldn't hesitate to launch.
I agree. But what do they really want?
Who knows? Maybe they're like us in the arms industry. Always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. Do you still have the card keys?
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had
Is that because he doesn't have an arm?
Oh, not anymore.
What? Who does then? Not the terrorists.
No, that woman.
Woman? Who?
A soldier that was thrown in prison along with me.
Prison? That female soldier.
She said that she had just joined up
I'm
as a
the
new
rookie.
recruit. They threw her in prison because she refused to take part in the rebellion.
A new recruit? Could that be the Colonel's niece?
I gave her the key. Looks like she managed to break out of here, though. I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she is. She's green, but as tough as they come. But how did you know she escaped?
I was in contact with her by codec. Until I was tied up here, that is.
Codec?
Yes. She stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact her.
I'm sure she has it. What frequency was she at?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's... Huh? Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Damn!
Oh, that's right.
Why the fuck do you point a gun at him for forgetting?
Try to contact her.
I understand the first half of that, because it's frustrating.
This doesn't work. Is there some other way to prevent the missile launch?
Why do you point a gun at him?
You need to find Hal Emmerich, one of my employees.
Who's that?
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project. A genius at engineering, but a little bit of an oddball. If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launching, it's him.
What if he can't come up with anything?
Well, you'll have to destroy it. Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where is this Emmerich?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere.
I forgot.
Nuclear warhead.
I don't know where
storage
anything
building.
is.
It's north from here. That's where he worked.
Oh, you're my grandson.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Oh, you're wrong. The nuclear threat hasn't disappeared. The threat is more real than ever before.
We never got world peace in Metal Gear Solid
The amount of
5.
spent nuclear fuel and plutonium is increasing even today. Listen, have you ever seen a warehouse full of nuclear material?
No.
Drums and drums of nuclear waste stacked this high, as far as you can see. Because there's still no real way.
Thank you for the 10 bits,
use it
detective.
or dispose
Much
of it.
appreciated.
So they just close the lid and try to pretend like it'll go away?
Essentially, yes. And they're not even doing a good job of storing it. Many of the drums are corroded.
That's the
with
point.
nuclear
Isn't Metal Gear
waste
Solid
seeping
1
out of
or
them.
this... One of the Metal Gear Solid games briefly had an issue where the live footage was copyright.
Reported every year.
I remember reading something about it before. Someone got a claim because of the live footage used in the game.
Proves that there's a large and well-organized black market in nuclear materials. Furthermore, since the end of the
Thank you
Cold
for the other
War,
10 bits.
Russian
Much
nuclear
appreciated.
engineers in particular are out of work with nowhere to turn. In other words, there's plenty of available nuclear material and scientists for making a bomb. We live in an
Oh my
age
god,
where
and
any
again.
small country
Thank you very much.
can have a nuclear weapons program.
What about the other superpowers?
The Russians and Chinese still pursue a policy of deterrence. Do you see? Complete nuclear disarmament is an impossibility. To maintain our own policy of deterrence, we need a weapon of overwhelming power.
Oh god, it's in more Metal Gear. Yep.
Metal Gear.
Yes. You know our industry suffered quite a blow as a result of the cuts in military budgets due to this so-called peace.
I remember hearing a lot about mergers and takeovers among the big weapons makers.
Yes. And after my company lost their bid to produce the U.S. Air Force's next line of fighter jet, the Metal Gear system was our last ace.
Twitlonger's not overwhelming power, that's just too much time on your hands. Also, thank you again for the 10 bits. I really do appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Paid for by the Pentagon's black budget. You can avoid a lot of red
I've
tape
used
and
Twitlonger
get a
like 2 or
great
3
lead time
times,
on your weapons
and after I
production.
finished writing, I'm like,
And
Jesus
no one will
Christ.
bother you. Not even
I don't think
bunch
anybody's
from the
gonna read
Military
these.
Oversight Committee.
I think overwhelming power would come more from a Google Doc.
Bribes.
The dreaded Google
Just
Docs.
call it the military-industrial complex. Anyway, Metal Gear was going to be formally adopted after the results of this exercise were analyzed.
VTuber community just love writing Twitlongers because of drama. Thank you again for the 10 bits. You don't need to donate all the time. I do appreciate it though.
From a grunt like you.
I don't know much about the VTubing community.
This is what you came for, right?
I'm a very isolated person when it comes to making content.
An optical disc. It's all here.
Thank you for the 40 bits,
The
man.
main hard drive was destroyed by gunfire. This is the only remaining copy of the data.
You don't need to ever worry about spending money on me.
All the data collected from this
I
exercise.
stream for the fun of it, and I make videos out of it. It's all good.
I know you were sent to get this. I hid it
Don't
from
watch
that
VTubers either.
sadistic maniac while he was
Just kind of
torturing
streaming to me.
me.
I
They
should
don't
stream
know
more then.
This exists. Make sure that you report
I
this to
would
Jim,
stream, but I can't.
to your boss.
Been a VTuber for a year now. It's an interesting ride. I don't have anything against them. I mean, I edit for a VTuber. I edit for Lie Malicious. It's interesting. I like it. Obviously, I have this on my screen, but
Can you walk?
it's an interesting community. I do watch a couple of VTubers, but I don't really like. I know one personally because my friend is a VTuber, but
I have one more.
I don't look into it much. If that makes
Who or
sense.
what was
There's
that
like
ninja?
all those companies that people work with and have drama with. I don't know much about it myself personally.
That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret.
An experimental genome soldier.
You know him?
You should ask Dr. Naomi Hunter from Foxhound. She knows better
Just stare
than
at the
I.
screen for 8 hours or so and forget to talk.
You've got to stop them.
That's what I have an issue with doing that sometimes.
My company and I are finished.
What? Doesn't Metal Gear use current
A good tip though is never have the view count on. That's the one thing I do.
Metal Gear
Because eventually,
itself.
if you have like topics to bring up, even if no one's watching at the time, someone will jump in and probably hear you mid-topic, and they'll probably ask for context, and then you can start a conversation that way.
No, it can't be. Those That con bastards!
It was in the pudding!
Actually went and did it! Ugh.
Sure, if you can. If you count as a double-edged sword, definitely, because it's either... It can be overbearing if you can see too many viewers, but it also is underwhelming if you can't see any. The good thing for me personally with not having a view count on ever is I know lurkers are a thing, and I think that's perfectly... I'm personally, when it comes to content, I am a lurker myself. I don't chat often in stream chats unless it's someone I know, but I do watch random people's streams every now and then, but I don't really say much. Lurkers are, in a way, a backbone of streams because they are helping quite a lot, and you probably don't realise it. Like, they're like the mysterious stranger in Fallout, but they don't shoot someone for you in a QTE.
Well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart attack in large doses.
I think lurkers are just as important as everybody else. Everybody in your community is as important as one another. At least that's how I look at it. Everybody who watches my stuff is the most important.
Can I trust her?
More than you can trust me. Get in contact with her.
Snake, there's a lot of electrical interference coming from there. It should be okay.
I'm the most
to do
important.
burst transmission
Well,
like us.
you have certainly donated the most bits recently, so yeah.
Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi.
Gotta bend his funny moments left it to Ellis. Yep.
A member of Foxhound?
No.
Still got the clip, Champs, where we were playing Glovetastic 1 and you put in chat, I'm not hitting that, and it was a jukebox that had tanks on it, so I shot it. Such a great clip. Right. I remember the codec for this actually, so it is, I think 14015. It might be 14115. Yep, got it.
Who are you?
I was really
I played the game enough to know this.
The one from the
back of my
prison?
hand.
You're the Colonel's niece, Meryl, right?
No, it's not him. Just exactly who are you?
I'm the fool that your uncle sent to this hellhole.
You came alone? Trying to be some kind of hero?
I don't need lectures. You're just like your uncle, you know?
How do you know my uncle?
We go way back.
What's your name?
My name's not important.
Oh, my name is not important. Because you don't understand me.
Solid Snake?
That's what.
Oh.
The legendary Solid Snake?
Just slapped myself in the head doing that.
Sorry about before. I wasn't sure if you were one of the good guys.
But I knew you were.
How?
It's your eyes.
My eyes?
They're not soldiers' eyes.
They're rookie's eyes, right?
No. They're beautiful, compassionate eyes.
It's not a phase, Mum. I gotta stop Metal Gear and use tactical camouflage.
You trying to sweep me off my feet?
You don't understand, Mom. This tuxedo is definitely gonna help in the
reality
in Alaska.
Legend, I'm afraid.
I don't believe that.
Why did you look so surprised when you saw my face?
Because you look just like him.
You mean the terrorist leader, Liquid Snake?
Yeah. You know him? You're not brothers, are you?
I have no family.
So what's the deal then?
Deep, man.
I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him personally. But first, I want some information. You were involved in this exercise from the beginning. What exactly happened here?
I just joined the training that same day.
That's okay. But what is this place? I don't think it's just a nuclear weapon disposal facility.
Boy, oh boy, it's just like them. Nobody's told you anything, did they? Okay. You see, this place isn't really for disposing nuclear weapons.
Man, I should have got my Steam Deck out or something. I could have been playing another game while streaming this today.
This is a civilian base?
Just tab out and like play Minesweeper or something every time they give a bit of exposition.
Foxhound and the Next Generation Special Forces were called here for the test launching of a dummy nuclear warhead.
Why Foxhound?
Because they're a special ops group used to handling top secret missions. They figured they could help keep it all
They must
yeah, I don't get that about shorts, because I watch a lot of YouTube shorts when I'm bored or in bed before I go to sleep. And a lot of them are like Family Guy clips with Subway Surfers. Have we got to that point where people have to watch two things at once to like focus on something?
I was captured with President Baker right after the revolt started.
Oh yeah. That's when he gave you the detonation code override.
Maybe I should
keys,
start doing
right?
that.
That's right.
Amazing you were able to keep him hidden from the guards.
Well, women have more hiding places than men.
I'll green screen subway servers under my skull.
How's he holding up?
He's dead.
What?
Heart attack. Same as the DARPA chief.
The chief died from a heart attack too?
Yeah. Was either of them sick or anything?
No. Not that I heard of.
Oh my god.
I don't believe in coincidences. Something funny's going on.
Huh. Sounds like it. But I have no idea what.
Me neither. Yet. Do you know the person who designed Metal Gear?
You mean Dr. Emmerich? He should be in the research lab in the second floor basement of the nuclear warhead storage building to the north.
Second floor basement.
Yeah, that's where his lab is. I think they're forcing him to work on the nuclear launching program.
So they'll need him alive until that's done anyway.
I feel like it started as a thing when reading Reddit stories for short.
You're right. In case we can't
There's some sort of background footage and it kind of spread from there.
I need to ask
For that, I kind of understand. Because it's kind of like the old pyrocynical, leafy era of content, where people would talk about something, but every time they were talking, they'd show gameplay in the background. I think it originates there, and it's kind of like adapted into TikToks and stuff.
What's the security level of the door there?
5. But it's okay. I've got a level 5 card.
Well, I've got to go save the doctor. You should go
Doctor
to
Who?
I'm going with you.
No way. You're still too green.
Watching Leafy and Pyro at Dark Age. I still watch Pyro. I don't watch Pyro live anymore because I'm actually kind of sick of the new trend of topic. I don't mind reaction stuff too much if you're funny when you're doing it.
I just couldn't.
But I've not been a fan of stuff like Critical and Pyro Live because I don't know. I just don't find it that interesting.
With a pull of a trigger, I could take someone's life.
Huge blank drama. Yeah.
Shooting targets and training.
And half the time, I feel like when they talk about it, they're not thinking about it properly. They just go, "Oh, it's the end." How many times have we heard this year it's the end of Twitch?
See some real action, and now.
So what now? You want to quit?
I like putting Pyro Love. Yeah, it is kind of like something you just put on in the background. It's just white noise.
Not normal if you don't feel something the first time you kill.
Yeah, I haven't watched Leafy in a long time.
More carnage.
I watched him briefly and then found Pyrocynical, so I moved to Pyro and then stopped watching Leafy because I just didn't like Leafy.
It's easy to forget what a sin is in the middle of a battlefield.
But this
I will say, Pyro's main channel, his new stuff is way better.
Just a little jumpy from the combat high. The adrenaline in your bloodstream is starting to thin out. Just take it easy.
Latest Twitter remarks very
Combat
anti-LGBT.
high at the academy.
We'll talk about
Oh, I don't get people.
For now,
People.
just think about keeping yourself alive.
Why are people like that? It's just
If I get
fucking
out of here
sad.
alive, I'll think about that other stuff.
Okay. Let me try to
The
save
worst part is when it's someone who is
Mera
quite...
says HRNNG, Colonel, I am dying. I need a medic bag.
Hey, Mira. It's really sad when there's a content creator you've looked up to for a long time who at one point wasn't like homophobic or anything or anti-LGBT, and then they just become very anti out of nowhere. It's like they've finally just lifted the veil and they turn out to be a massive piece of shit. That makes me sad.
Got ya. But listen, I know this area better than you. Call me if you have any questions.
Be careful, okay?
After I open up the cargo door, I'll contact you.
Oh, we've got a bit of time, Meryl. I've got to make my way back up there first, and so far, it has been going terribly.
Snake.
Alright. I wanted to say if I rang the wrong one.
Snake, you can't. Be careful, Snake.
Oh, we're past Diaper Chief. We just what's Troy Baker time? Are there people down here now? Yep. Good night. Oh.
Freeze. kill me.
Shake your booty. Alright, you can stop. Shake it again. Alright, you can stop. Shake it again. Oh, I didn't realize that would knock you out immediately. Nice. Well, crisis averted. Oh wait, hang on.
Looks all clear.
Do 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 do.
Looks all clear.
Looks all clear.
Freeze. No. Ah! Please, don't.
Yeah, give me that dog tag. Now give me your rations.
Please, don't.
That's not what I asked for. But it'll do. Oh, I think I can get the silencer now. That's what I need to get next, because I can't take out cameras otherwise.
Snake, I unlocked the cargo door for you.
Thanks. Where are you?
Where I can see ya?
Don't move around too much.
Don't worry. I'm disguised in this enemy uniform.
You won't be for long.
Do you think she's had that off the entire time and just been walking around with the other Genome soldiers like, yep, I'm one of you. I just didn't cut my hair.
Airlock. It's equipped with infrared sensors. Be careful. If an intruder is sensed, gas is released.
Gas?
Okay, so we'll meet at the nuclear warhead storage building.
Wait. You said you'd stay put and be a good girl.
I changed my mind.
Don't get careless.
Snake just turned into a fucking Discord mod then for a second.
Sorry, but this is the only way I can figure whether or not I'm cut out to be a soldier. I gotta get
Kitten,
my hands dirty.
you meant to stay still like a good girl.
You're gonna get yourself killed.
Oh, Christ. Oh, that's a fucking horrible thought. $99. Yes. Nice. I can do this. Wait. Why did he do that? There he goes! Do. Oh no, he's dead. That was close. God damn, yep. Fuck. Shit. Girl, trying to sneak around, but the railing of my bones is alerting the guards. Thank you for the 100 bits, man. Much appreciated. Can I do? This is how you do this, isn't it? Like you can just... Level up. Leveling up. And there's like 3 levels to this. It's worth getting them though, because you might need it later. Might as well flex while everybody's unconscious. Nope, never mind. I couldn't tell which red line was. I couldn't tell which the last laser was then. So I had to stop and like focus for a second. Thank God I got that right. I should also mention I'm slightly colorblind, so that red was really fucking hard to see. It's already faint enough as it is, but it's just over the years it's gotten slightly worse. Anyway. Oh shit, that was going to be Deep Throat we're going to talk to. Fuck. Apart from when your computer imploded. Oh yeah, in Left 4 Dead 2. Ah, good times.
Deep Throat.
Who is this? Just call me Deep Throat. Deep Throat.
This is territory. Snakes don't belong in Alaska. I will not let.
Why did they turn around in the tank? Why didn't they just shoot Snake immediately? They just see him and just immediately pelt him with a missile or a rocket or whatever it is the tank has, a shell.
Send him a message.
Shoot him with gun.
That's right. Wrong on the ground.
So stupid.
You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are. Come, let's
A
fight.
panda, tiger. Next is a half-track. Boy, I sure hope no tank tries to shoot me. Oh, before I do anything, I should probably get my rations out. I'm fully happy to wait here, buddy. Oh. There he is, that boy. You sleepy boy. I'm out. I'm fully out, don't you worry. Ow. What? What was that noise? I thought that was meant to be a laugh. Oh no, the chaff grenade ran out. Oh shit, nice one, Ben. Hang on. Whoop. Just gonna hide down here. He can't see me. Up. Stop it. Oh shit. No. Grenade, please. Oh, I need a Russian. Do a spin. Nope. Come back. Hi there. Stop looking at me. Stop it. Come on, show yourself. I don't have any stun grenades, so... Oh shit. Ooh.
See how you like this?
What do you mean there's a second gunner? I thought that was the only one. Hi there. Hey Generic, thanks again for the raid. Hope you're doing well. I don't want to stand up right now. Ooh. Nice rear. Can help. Please stop. What was that noise? I could just punch the tank. Don't run me over. Don't run me over. Do not run me over. Well, now we're trying to get the fucking grenades in the tank. Sad thing is, if I just tried to kill him normally, I'd be fine right now. Ow. Curse me for trying to be the good guy. Ow. Oh, this time you're gonna laugh. Fuck you. Ow. Stop it. This game is bullying me. I think I'm gonna have to go the grenade route. Ow. Stop it! Yeah, I don't think there's enough stun grenades out there for this to work the way I want it to. Hello? Hi! No! Dude, you're in a tank. I'm not fighting shit. Nope. I refuse. Oh no, it's on his crutch! Shit. Oh my god, Ben, please. Just do one thing right. Oh, it's gonna shoot me. Ow. Stop it. Why? Am I too close? Where is that one going? What the fuck was that? Don't you dare. Ow. Wanna hide down here?
See how you like this?
No. No. I need more rations. that... That chaff grenade land inside the tank. I missed the tank. Whoa. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Oh shit. Thank you very much, Endershot. Oh god, that's a bit close for comfort. Ow. Goose. Honk. Let's be geese. I've been chased by a goose once. It wasn't fun. Near where I used to live, there was like a pond, and a mother goose was there with her babies, and I was just going to school because I was a kid, and it just decided today, nah, this person's threatening my children by walking on the other side of the road, so it chased me up the street. So yeah, whenever there's a goose, I always panic slightly. Hi! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Fuck that. Alright, we're almost done. Out of your hidey hole one more time, please. Out of your hidey hole one more time, please. Ow. No! Why did I... Why did I run into it?
Answer me.
Why did I run into the tank? Why did I do that?
You and me both know that was a skill issue.
I think you might be able to fool the tank's electronic systems with a chaff grenade.
Why did I do that? Thank you. Thank you, Meryl, for the input there. Oh, pain, hella real. Don't know what I'm doing differently this time, but it's... Oh, it's not working! I'll hide down here. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. I missed the tank. Oh god, that's a bit close for comfort. Stop it!
See how you like this?
I don't like this. Oh, again. Oh my god, please, game. I need I need more grenades. Whoa. Can you leave the room and come back? I don't think so. I don't think that would reset it either. Also, I've just lost this chaff grenade because I've been laughing. Fuck you. Fuck you, Raven. Ah. Did I make Raven fall asleep then? I think I just shot Raven as he was laughing. Ow. Please stop laughing at me. Where's it going? Come back. Okay. I have 2 stun grenades. Can I do this? Answer, probably not, because I'm doing that. Stop it! I dropped the last one! I dropped the last one, are you kidding me? What do you mean? It's frozen! What do you mean my ration was frozen? Ah, fuck this, I'm using the grenades. I'm done being a pacifist. This tank deserves nothing but violence. Ow. Oh no, not again! Let's wait for there to be no conflict to delete conflict. Exactly, just delete it. Ow. What? Wait, can you destroy the wheels? Oh my god, you can destroy... I never knew that. I genuinely never knew that. Huh. You learn something new every time you play Metal Gear Solid. I genuinely had no clue you could do that. Actually, they're called treads. They have wheels. Oh no! Ow! I wasted so many grenades. Son of a bitch won't stop moving. Just get in the hole. Thank you. Oh dear.
See how you like this?
Yeah, just stay there for a moment. I could swap to stun grenades. I could try that now. At the same time, I require chaos. Hello. I will wait. There we go. Why am I taking damage? Oh, if you get to a certain point, you start bleeding if you shot too much, and then you just slowly lose health. This was easier in the original. Oh, wow.
Boss, is this all right? Just giving him the card like that?
We'll play with him a little longer.
You would be wise not to underestimate him.
What did you think of him?
He is just as you said. He lives and breathes combat just like you. I would expect no less from your...
You see, I told you so, but I will kill him.
General Ivan, I hear that you lost your arm and ran away home.
Watch your tongue, shaman.
In the language of the Sioux people, Sioux means snake. It is
I will kill him. Ah, Revolver Rustler. I heard you're a little bitch.
When I meet him next, I'll take special care of him. Not yet. Don't kill him yet.
He and I will meet again in battle.
Same prediction as always.
Yes, the raven on my head. It thirsts for his blood.
Alright, bye, Raven. You're just gonna sit in that tank now. Alright, cool. He's just in there now.
What can I...
Don't talk. Save. Oh, I can't even use my trank gun in here. Fantastic. I think that's how you do it. I think you can just hold it like this. You don't actually need to hold or go up and down. I want to get it to at least level 2. I'm going to need this. Invigorating gameplay right here. Don't worry, the world is going to be hit by a nuclear bomb, but Snake is leveling up his grip. Have to do pull-ups. Oh, okay, I thought it was just to hang. That's fine. I should have put the Punch-Out theme out or something on while doing this. I just want to get into level 2. Put on the new Payday track. I could actually. Hang on. Payday 2 Crude Awakening track vocals. There we go. Go with the first one. I just clicked Shift Tab. Thinking it was oh, hang on. That's too loud. That's way too loud. No, I don't want to call. No.
Talk to you later.
Oh, I think that's level 2. Oh, no, never mind. I thought that was. Rip. Fuck. No, that is not Solid Snake. Ever. I like the new track. I don't like it in the heist. It's a really good song, but I don't think it fits the heist. Oh yeah, the escape, it definitely fits, but the actual heist itself, it doesn't. I still think that the engine is holding that heist back, because the ending should be more action-packed, but it's just kind of meh. Honestly, I hope that's a heist that comes back. Or something on the level of that comes back for Payday 3, because I think it would work quite well. Do you think they hear Snake doing pull-ups outside? Him doing flashbacks to heists. Yeah, I can see it happening. I think it will, because people will want to see these heists in Unreal, which is fair enough, but I hope they don't do all of them. The big problem with porting maps from one game to another is it kind of defeats the purpose of the previous game. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 are kind of an example of that. God, how long does this fucking take? Maybe I'm not... I think I might have been skipping part of the animation originally. I think it might be 50 for 1 and then 100 for level 3. I remember doing this when I was a kid, so it's possible. I think I did it in MGS2 when we were streaming. We got it to level 2 at least. L plus R. To be good pull-ups. 3 maximum. Yeah, I think this is like the good pull-up because you need to do the right animation for it. Because I think before I was like cutting out the final bit. Because the animation cuts otherwise. Problem is now, if I say I give up, the next one will be fucking level 2, won't it? Knowing my luck. I'll do one more set. And up. And down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Upward. Up. Down. Up. Down. What? Oh. Oh. Grip level have any real effect on playing the game? There is a section in this where you're going to need it. Although you can like side straddle, but it's good to have level 2 at least, because it does come in handy at times. Oh well, fuck it. We'll continue the game.
Be careful. You absolutely must not use weapons in that area.
I've already programmed the nanomachine so that he won't be able to, Colonel.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you
And then I made
forgotten?
you get shot.
That's where they keep the nuclear warheads. Can't you see them?
Yeah. There's lots of boxes piled up in here, but are they all warheads?
Yes, they're all dismantled warheads.
They just leave them here? It's like President Baker said. Totally careless.
Remember this in Left 4 Dead 2? Where you shoot a barrel and then it blows up the entire map?
But this is the grim reality.
Ah, good times.
Sasha knows lots more about it than I do. Her frequency is 141.52.
All of the warheads in those boxes have had their detonation mechanisms removed, so there's no fear of them exploding. But if the warheads are broken, they might leak plutonium, and that would be a serious problem.
Snake, never use your weapon on that floor.
Bing, bing. Is that campaign going to be one of the final rounds? Yep.
Who is that? Enemy sighted.
No. No. Oh! Improv, baby! Whew! Glad no explosives went off there, huh? Do you think we can recreate what I did last time? Ah, good memories. Good, God, fucking damn good memories. Whoop. That didn't kill him. Hello. Oh! Security man! Ow! Ow! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no! No one knows where I am. God, they've got Stormtrooper aim, haven't they? What was that? Ow! Woo! Ow. Where did the other guy go? Where did he go? Good night. Yeah, that C4 didn't kill that other guy. That man is lucky as fuck. Damn it. Ooh. Nothing. Ooh. Ration. Ooh, stun grenade. Damn it. Damn it. Give me bullets. Good enough. If you pick them up enough, by the way, they wake up. Just a fun little fact. Do it enough times. I think oxygen may be affected by grip as well. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. Do you want me to walk onto the electric field? Do you want me to do it? No. Oh wow, that makes a change. You don't want me to hurt myself.
Snake, watch out. That place is filled with gas. Also, the floor is electrified. First, destroy the high voltage switch. It's the switchboard on the northwest wall.
But how? I can't reach it.
Use a remote-controlled missile.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
You're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby? Who are you?
One of your fans.
Why? I think I just electrified myself by accident then. No. They destroyed it. Run! Nope. Throw a chaff. I think that'll mess up my control of it. I can try. Yeah. it destroys my control over it. That's all I need to do is just get through this bit quickly. That was a bit underwhelming, wasn't it? And now's a good time to use chaff grenades. Imagine you just throw the frag at his feet. This isn't a chaff grenade. It just says HG on it. Hi. My man's just getting thrown around. Oh, if only Metal Gear Rising was as cool as this.
Take this!
It's no use! Dead.
It's a ghost.
I kind of prefer how they do this in Metal Gear Solid 1, where one guy, you hear all the weird chattering, and one guy comes past, like, at death's door saying it's a ghost, and then he collapses, and then you see the other guard floating in the air. I think this version just completely destroys any of, like, the horror element to what's his name? I say the Phantom Pain. No, Grey Fox. Who's ready for HD piss?
Stealth camouflage? Who are you?
Yeah, gotta keep that bit in.
What? What are you talking about? Oh, what next?
Snake.
Hey.
You almost shot me.
I've been waiting for you, Snake.
Who are you?
Neither enemy nor friend. I am back from a world where such words are meaningless.
Grey Fox in this sounds like shit in comparison to the original.
I will battle to the death.
I don't know if it was limitations or because they redid it. but it sounds so bad in comparison to the original.
Now I want to enjoy this moment.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
I've come from another world.
He said it.
To battle with you.
We can all go home. He said it.
It is nothing so trivial as revenge. A fight to the death with you. Only in that can my soul find respite. I will kill you, or you will kill me. It makes no difference.
Oh, these voice lines.
Watch from your box seat.
I need that man. Keep your hands off him.
Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive again.
Again, a line that's been butchered in this redo. When he says hurt me more in this one, it sounds fucking terrible in comparison.
Good. Now we can fight as warriors. Hand to hand. It is the basis of all combat. Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
Oh, look, a GameCube. Yeah. Now, fuck off. Did that even reach me? I'm going to post memes in the general.
I'm here, Snake. Where are you looking?
Oh. Oh shit. It wasn't where I thought it was.
Snake, hurry up and catch me.
Ow.
Like old times. Hurt me more.
See what I mean? Just, it isn't as good as the original. Grey Fox is probably like the most upsetting with the redo of the voices.
That's it. I remember that punch.
And no disrespect to the voice actor for this one, but the original is just better.
You remember Snake, the feel of battle, the clashing of bone and sinew. That's good, Snake. Hurt me more. That's good.
Yeah, with that Mario thing, by the way, if you look at it and do this. Ow. I think that's a really nice little Easter egg. If you keep shooting it, you get more health back. Free ration. Also, I think this one removes the second half of this boss fight. Meow. Meow. That was just a genome choke sound. What the fuck? Never noticed that before.
I felt that, Snake. Do you remember me now?
It can't be. You were killed in Zanzibar.
When someone rejoins your Discord under an alt account.
What? Not again.
They removed my permissions.
Is it over?
Alright, bye Grey Fox.
Grey Fox. Colonel, that ninja is Grey Fox. No doubt about it.
Ridiculous. You yourself in Zanzibar land.
Yes. He should have been killed, but he's still alive.
Why is it called Zanzibar
Before I
land?
joined Foxhound's medical staff, they were using a soldier for their gene therapy experiments.
I never heard that.
It happened right after you retired. My predecessor, Dr. Clark, was in charge.
Dr. Clark?
Yes. He started the gene therapy project.
And where is he now?
He was killed in an explosion in his lab 2 years ago.
So what about this soldier?
Oh, it's...
Apparently,
Wait,
for
is
a
it
test
actually
subject,
called
they
Zanzibar
decided
land?
to use the body of a soldier who was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar land.
And that was Grey Fox?
But he was already dead.
Yes. But they revived him. They fitted him with a prototype exoskeleton and kept him drugged for 4 years while they experimented on him like a plaything. Today's genome soldiers were born from those experiments.
Yeah, Zanzibar land is fictional, but Zanzibar is, you know, real.
Therapy techniques.
They just called it Zanzibar land.
Why didn't you tell us about
It's a theme park in Zanzibar.
Because it's confidential.
Grey Fox and Snake were there on the roller coaster, and then Grey Fox knocked his ice cream over, and Snake just laughed. And then Grey Fox has never been the same since.
The record said he died in an accident.
I see. But even if that ninja is Grey Fox, the question is, why?
From what I could tell, he didn't know who he was.
You're saying he's just living off his will to fight?
I'm not sure, but he seems intent on fighting me to the death. We'll meet again.
Just where Metal Gear 2 takes place?
So you'll
Yeah.
fight again? Until you kill him?
I've never really played the original Metal Gears. I've played them a bit, but I've never finished them. I think I remember watching playthroughs of them, but I've never finished it myself. Oh hey, it's the GameCube UI. That's cute.
How long are you gonna stay in there?
Huh? Are you one of them?
They're fine. Yeah, they're fine for the time, but they're not anything amazing now, I think.
Alone? Are you an otaku too? Come on, get out. We can't stay here forever.
Are you an otaku? Oh my god. Do you like One Piece?
You're the Metal Gear Rex chief engineer, Hal Emmerich, right?
Oh my god, I love Sailor Moon!
You know me? I heard about you from Meryl. Oh. So you're here to rescue me? Sorry, but no. There's something that I've got to do first.
No, I don't rescue busy crybabies.
At least you're not one of them.
Biggest problem is those two games that you have to try. You can't want the time to open doors because they don't stack. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1, the original version of this had the same kind of issue where you have to have the key card equipped to open a door.
My ankle a little trying to get away.
It's not the same as
that's all. It's
that, but it's still kind of similar. It's like a step. It evolved in that game, but it was still not perfect.
Huh? Metal Gear?
Yeah. What's Metal Gear really designed for?
It's a mobile TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles, only for defensive purposes, of course.
Liar! I already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
Nuclear? What are you talking about?
The terrorists are planning to use Metal Gear to launch a nuclear missile. You telling me you didn't know?
Aren't they just trying to use the TMD missile module to launch a disabled nuclear warhead?
Wrong. From the beginning, the purpose of this exercise was to test Metal Gear's nuclear launch capability using a dummy nuclear warhead. The terrorists are just continuing the work you started.
No, you're wrong.
I heard it directly from your boss, Baker.
No. A nuclear missile on Rex?
So you really didn't know?
Now that makes sense why they were making me use this nuclear blueprint for an
The armament was
ejector.
built by a separate department, and the president personally supervised the final assembly with the main unit.
President Baker?
Yeah. I was never told exactly what they armed Rex with. I only know it's equipped with a Vulcan cannon, a laser, and a railgun.
I know everything else is equipped with besides the nuke.
Yeah. It uses magnets to fire bullets at extremely high velocities. The technology was originally developed for the SDI system and later scrapped. We were successful in miniaturizing it in a joint venture between Arms Tech and Rivermore National Labs. The railgun is on Rex's right arm.
Metal Gear's main function is to launch nuclear missiles. You sure you're not forgetting something?
It's true that Metal Gear has a missile module on his back that can carry up to 8 missiles, but are you saying it was originally meant to carry nuclear missiles?
Yeah, but that's not all, I think. If Metal Gear fired only standard nuclear missiles, then they should already have all the practical data they need.
No. Could it be?
Hello, Mario.
Metal Gear's co-developer, Rivermore National Labs, was working on a new type of nuclear weapon. They were using Nova and NIF laser nuclear fusion testing equipment and supercomputers.
So they developed a new type of nuclear weapon in a VR testing lab, huh?
Man, nice frame rate
Yes,
for the videos.
But you can't use virtual data on a battlefield. They would need actual launch data. These are some of the supercomputers. If you link these, you can test everything in a virtual environment. But it's all just theoretical.
So, this exercise was designed to test the real thing.
What did our president do? If the terrorists launched that thing? No. Damn! Damn! I'm such a fool. It's all my fault.
God, the neck stretch. Holy shit.
The truth is, my grandfather was part of the Manhattan Project. He suffered with the guilt for the rest of his life. And my father? He was born on August 6th, 1945.
The day of the Hiroshima bomb. God's got a sense of humor, all right.
3 generations of Emmerich men. We must have the curse of nuclear weapons written into our DNA. I used to think that I could use science to
Man,
help
who knew
but in the end,
Otacon's lore would go from that to whatever the fuck happened in Metal Gear Solid 2 that I'm not going to repeat because it's fucking weird.
That's enough crying. Pull yourself together. Where is Metal Gear? Where on this base are they keeping it?
Rex is in the underground maintenance base.
Where's that?
North of the communications tower. But it's a long way there.
The emergency override system for the detonation code is there too?
Yeah, in the base's control room. You'd better hurry.
Oh, I just realized we might have time for Psycho Mantis.
Then their ballistic program is probably finished. And since they haven't called for me in a few hours, they must not need me. In other words, they must be ready to launch.
Meryl's got the detonation code override keys. We'll link up with her.
If we can't override the launch, we'll have to destroy Rex. I'll show you the way.
On that leg of yours, you'll just slow me down.
You'll need me if you're gonna destroy Rex.
I don't need you. I just need your brain.
I created Rex. It's my right, my duty to destroy him.
If you get a chance, try to escape. When the coast is clear, I'll contact you by codec.
How am I supposed to escape from an island?
Okay.
Maybe with a car.
I want you to hide
bow.
somewhere and keep me informed. You know this place well, don't you?
Of course I do. And don't worry, I've got this. It's the same stealth technology as the Ninja. Foxhound was gonna use them, but with this I'll be fine. Bad leg and all.
Good. But I want Meryl to watch after you too. Meryl, the engineer's okay.
That's a relief.
I want you to look after him. Where are you now?
Oh, can you hear it?
Oh no! Damn!
Can you hear it? The music.
Meryl, what happened? Something's wrong.
Did you hear something? Wasn't that some kind of music?
What did she look like?
Ariel.
She was wearing the same green uniform as the terrorists. If she's disguised as the enemy, you'll have to contact her when she's alone, huh? There's only one place where we can be sure she's by herself.
Where's that?
Don't be so dense. Here, use this security card.
Key card.
It's security level 4.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
What's wrong? You get all friendly all of a
Oh
sudden.
my god, they're gonna kiss.
No,
They're gonna give like a kiss.
Just glad you're okay.
You're strange.
I'm a little nervous. Everyone else I've saved suddenly dies.
You're bad luck.
Forget it, Doctor.
Call me Otacon.
Otacon?
It stands for Otaku Convention. An otaku is a guy like me who likes Japanimation.
Oh my god. Such a stupid line.
Japan was the first country to successfully make bipedal robots. They're still the best in the field.
Call me Otacon. It sounds so... Oh, hang on. Invalid right. Ignore this session.
And Japanese cartoons played some part in that?
They did.
I think the emulator just froze for a second.
Nuclear weapons, you know.
I'll save it after this, just in case.
That's what all scientists say.
Hello!
I became a scientist because I wanted to make robots like the ones in the Japanese animes. Really, it's true.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
Open.
You're right. We have to take responsibility. Science has progressed because there is war. And because of scientists' greed, weapons of mass destruction were born. But that's all over. I won't take part in murder anymore.
Whatever. All I want from you is information.
Sure. I know everything about this whole base. Ask me anything about Rex or about this place. Also, with this stealth camouflage, I can sneak in and out of the armory and mess hall. If you need ammo or rations, just tell me and I'll bring them to you.
I don't care, just give me I'm gonna stop helping the bad guys. I'm gonna make sure no one else dies.
See you later.
Cool, whatever. Give me information. Dork.
Snake, there's...
Yep, cool. Silence. I wonder, does this do anything? Because that screen there used to show the GameCube stuff. No, we can just... Wow, look at this glass. It's better than Source 2. Source 2's got nothing on this glass. Do 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 do. See if there's anything over here we need to have a look at. Beep. Hey, night vision goggles. I don't know when they're going to come in handy. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing. Alright, let's find Wrong floor. About to walk out back into the lovely gas room. No, don't want to go back in there. I have no reason to. That's Meryl. Hello. Bye-bye. Guess we're not allowed to be in the box.
Don't move. That's the second time I've been able to sneak up on the legendary Solid Snake.
Oh, nice one, Snake. Dumbass.
You're Meryl? There's no way you could pass for a man for long.
What do you mean? Hey, men aren't allowed in here.
I had no idea you were so
Okay. Yep, we're fully aware of that.
This is no time to try and hit on me, Snake. Besides, it's a waste of time. When I joined up, they gave me psychotherapy to destroy my interest in men.
Same smart mouth. You're Meryl, all right. Are you hurt?
Not yet. After all, I was disguised as a genome soldier.
So why'd you change? You'd be a lot better off dressed like one of them.
I got tired of disguising myself. The truth is, the uniform smelled like blood.
Jesus, the proceeds to marry Mr. Shits himself.
Huh? Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
It's a paint tattoo. It's not real. I'm a fan of Foxhound way back, when guys like you and my uncle were in it. None of that gene therapy like there is today. You guys were real heroes.
There are no heroes in war. All the heroes I know are either dead or in prison. One or the other.
But Snake, you're a hero, aren't you?
I'm just a guy who can only find meaning on the battlefield. There's no winning or losing for a mercenary. The only winners in war are the people.
That's right. And you fight for the people.
I've never fought for anyone but myself. I've got no purpose in life. No ultimate goal.
Come on.
It's only when I'm cheating death on the battlefield, the only time I feel truly alive.
Seeing other people die makes you feel alive, huh? You can't stop
Oh
something.
yeah, you have no idea. Look at that face.
Why didn't you contact me?
My Kodak was broken.
Is that all?
Shouldn't you just be happy we met up like this? Anyway, how did you recognize me in disguise?
That's what we're all here for.
So there's something you like about me, huh?
Yeah, you got a great butt.
Butt? Oh, I see. First it's my eyes, now it's my butt. What's next?
On the battlefield, you never think about what's next.
Door.
So Snake, how are the negotiations going?
No progress.
So it's all up to you, huh?
Somebody's gotta stop them from launching a nuclear missile.
There are two ways. Either we destroy Metal Gear, or
We override the detonation code. You got the card keys from Baker?
Card keys? You mean this?
Where are the others? There should be 3 keys.
This is all I've got.
Where could the other 2 be?
I wonder where the others are.
But they must be somewhere. If we can't find them, we'll have no choice but to destroy Metal Gear.
I heard that Metal Gear is in an underground maintenance base to the north of here.
Take me too. I know this place better than you do.
You'll just slow me down. You don't have enough battle experience.
I won't slow you down. I promise.
And what if you do?
Then you can shoot me.
I don't like to waste bullets.
Score. I gotta kill a person. Hell yeah.
Got it. I'll be careful. You know, I don't use makeup the way other women do. I hardly ever look at myself in the mirror. I've always despised that kind of woman. I've always dreamed of becoming a soldier. But I was wrong. It wasn't really my dream. My father, he was killed in action when I was younger.
You wanted to follow in your father's footsteps?
Not really. I thought that if I became a soldier, I could understand him better.
Look at that little happy fox. Look at that little happy fox.
I thought I was, until today. But now I understand. The truth is, I was just afraid of looking at myself. Afraid of having to make my own decisions in life. But I'm not gonna lie to myself anymore. It's time I took a long, hard look at myself. I want to know who I am, what I'm capable of. I want to know why I've lived the way I've lived until now. I want to know...
Take a good look. You won't be seeing mirrors for a while. There won't be any chances to wash your face either.
Yeah.
This isn't a training exercise. Our lives are riding on this. There are no heroes or heroines. You lose, you die a dog's death.
Rip.
Yeah.
Is that FAMAS functional?
Unfortunately, it's out of ammo.
Where'd you get that Desert Eagle?
I found it in the armory. It's a .50 caliber Action Express. There was a SOCOM pistol too, but I chose this.
Oh, is that a stat track?
So I got a leftover, huh? Isn't that gun a little big for a girl?
Now you treat me like a woman?
Come on, use my .45.
Listen, I've used a gun like this since I was 8 years old. I'm more comfortable with it than I am with a bra.
Yep, Kojima writing at his finest.
North, we'll have to go through the commander's room on this floor. The overland route is blocked by glaciers. The door to the commander's room is security level 5.
Yeah, an 8-year-old trying to shoot a deagle would be quite interesting, because I'm pretty sure that the arm would either fling off or it would snap.
It looks like
it wouldn't be comfortable either way.
Okay, let's go. I know this place better than you. I'll be point man. Follow me. That's strange. There's no guard.
What happened to the music?
I'll keep a lookout. Make sure you're ready, okay?
Well, we are at the end of our time slot for today. I'm a box fan, so I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna come off.
It's a good thing you hooked up with Meryl.
Yep. Yes, it is, Mei Ling. Right, I will continue that. I think on Saturday is the day I chose. I can close Dolphin, that'd be a start. The box. You opened it, and I have come. Right, I will be back Wednesday with more Final Fantasy 15. No, 16. We're not starting 15 yet. And then Friday, I think, is last Hero of Nostalgaia, and then Saturday will be more Metal Gear Solid. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you had a lot of fun, and I will see you all soon. Have a wonderful evening. If you haven't seen it already, a new video is out on Skelly Bed. I'd much appreciate it if you go watch it and leave a comment. And I will see you all soon. Have a wonderful night, and if I don't see you Wednesday or Friday, have a fantastic rest of your week. And I will see you all soon.